Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I am actually going to do a little bit about my mic because I was looking at the recording of last session, the post-mortem, and I heard that this kind of gets a bit crispy, like when I talk a little bit louder. Hey, hello Brian. Let me see, so the compressor must be a little bit too much. Let's take that down a notch, like this. That should be better now, I hope it's better. Oh, well, I sometimes, maybe you didn't see any, hi by the way, maybe you didn't see any Hatchball streams, because I have a whole, like, super long video introduction compared to what you just saw. So, but I did not really launch this one, because I thought it would stop. I stopped it, like, too late, but it's fine, so. Hey, Erin, hello. So, yeah, going to continue with Outranked after the tiring, well, tiring. It was quite a stream last Sunday. Almost 3 hours of, hey, that's nice. Thank you very much. I think I know where you're from the gens. Nice to see you here. I'm going to continue building the game Outranked, and for those new here, which there apparently are some people new here, it's not even on stream yet. Well, I'm still thinking it. It's going to be, let's see, a bit of main game loop, because last time I was doing oh yeah, cool, you are here, nice. I didn't see you in the list yet. Oh, you are in the list. Cool. Nice. So let's see, I was working on this last time. Where is it? Let me take this here. Let's go. This thing, the fleet of well, I'm not sure it was last time, but anyway, I was trying to launch game sessions. Well, you see that this game session here, I've got 4 game sessions here now, and they've been running for 20 hours already. So that was my little test that I did yesterday evening with seeing how if they would time out and then be like not killed, but they apparently they are not killed unless the server says they're done. So that's something I have to look into to see, like, if some server process doesn't stop, then it would always remain up. That's not nice for my processes. Also, I changed one little setting here in the capacity. I changed the concurrent processes to 20 and then like look at what it was doing. So apparently what it does is that it will start those server processes already, even if there's no game sessions running. So now there's 4 game sessions. It has 1 game session per server, I think. I'm not super sure, but I think so. So basically, now the maximum of game sessions is 4. And what's happening now is that the thing that I'm doing here with what I was doing with the layering is not going to work this way that I wanted to. So I'm going to have to come up with a new way to launch those sessions based on one, like, master game or something, because I really don't need 20 processes running for 20 games. I want to actually run 1 process per server, and the sessions would then just, I guess I wouldn't really use the game sessions system there. But then the auto-scaling would be a little bit of a problem, so I think I'm going to do it differently and have player slots in those game sessions where the player slot actually gets the code for the room, which sounds weird, but that's the way I'm thinking of it now. And it's also at 100% CPU utilization all the time now, which makes sense because this server process that I have there right now is not has not been, that's not the one that I've tweaked for performance. Otherwise I would expect 20 to get like just a little bit under 100%, but right now it's way too much. So basically at this point I'm going to just terminate this fleet, because I don't want to like take all my use up all my free credit while developing immediately. But knowing this, I will change this. I'm not going to do this on stream, I think, because it's going to be a lot of tweaking and waiting and stuff like that. So I'm going to probably just launch one session and have the players that join for GameLift actually be only the hosting players, and then they will share their code with others, which just connect to the same process, but they don't need to be you don't need to really look at them in game. You don't need to say to GameLift that there's actually new players, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, I'll write this little thing about this. Probably I'll make a little tutorial, maybe even after this game is actually working. So yeah, so I'm not going to go into Amazon GameLift today. What I am going to do is I'm going to go into this. Oh, I only launched one Unity for now, so I need to run those other ones as well. I've got 3 of them, just like I did last time. And I need to sync them, of course, real-time sync. Yes, there we go. And start. Right, so I've got the 3-way sync. Well, 3-way, it's actually just mirroring from the first one to the other 2. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to try to create this kind of a game loop where there's actually interactions between the players. So that's the first thing I think I'm going to do, create that interaction. Basically, I need to go into the actual game scene. Oh yeah, one thing, I need to make sure that it actually runs right now and makes a game run. So it's going to go through the lobby and then start up a game test. But let's just, while these are starting, I'm just gonna go into the game test scene. Oh yeah, now I'm actually texting my computer pretty well. Yeah, okay, right. Let's see. Okay. That needed. There was like a hair on my keyboard. Player spawner is the first thing I do. So I'm not sure that, okay, this level is not really a level yet. That's really not a big problem. But I want to make it modular, so I'm probably going to make a scene that will get loaded in this scene to be all the level stuff. So this floor, I think I'm going to make like super big, so that I can make any level on that I want. Actually, this bit of UI is probably not what it's going to be like. Though I'm not really sure yet. It seems that some form of memory use for the player, like actually having to use your memory to like, what did I see earlier, and then communicate that, will actually be a nice bit of this game as well, because I've been analyzing the real life game, the Human Stratego kind of thing, and one of the nice parts is like, oh, I saw that person, what rank was he? And then there's going to be like buttons to communicate that, or you could actually type in PC. Let me see. Oh, that's still doing stuff, huh? Interesting. Why is that so long? Did I upgrade Unity? No, I didn't. Ah, well. Let me see. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, it is based on Living Stratego. Yeah, that's called Human Stratego in English. It's not really a big thing. It is basically in Netherlands and Belgium. It's very, very popular, but it's definitely based on that. Yes, after all. No, not after all. That's definitely what it's based on. It's going to be. I'm going to try to get to that feeling as much as I can with a game where you actually just run around on a screen, but trying to like capture the essence of that game, except of course for being like in a dark forest, or not so dark forest that doesn't even need to be dark, in a forest with people hiding and moving the flag, stuff like that. Really not sure if we're going to get to moving the flag. The way the flag works, haven't really gotten to like designing that properly yet. But for now, it's just going to be at the base. So the thing is now we've got player spawner here, but I think that I'm going to put down 2 bases as well. But for that we need 2 teams, and I'm thinking of actually, yeah, no, not that's one of the options, but giving one random person the flag, then it's one of the options. So what we're thinking of right now is making the game very configurable. So letting them hide it, but what does hiding the flag mean in a kind of 2D-ish level? So that's very hard to say. We're going to look into that, but first I really need to make this base game working well, and then I think we're going to add options even after we launch, like keep adding more and more options. It will already be very funny because the player carrying the flag will be very visible and won't be able to attack, and then that will be like up to the rest of the team to defend him. It's kind of like any capture the flag game, so that's already going to be fun because you have to know the rank of that person to be able to capture him with the right person. So would you let the assassin, as we call the spy from Stratega, because we can't use those terms, of course, would you let them carry the flag so that if the marshal of the opposing party would try to get him, then he would be dead? But then if you like let the one lower rank get him, then he would actually die, so you won't have him anymore. It's always these kind of choices. And then again, you have to communicate this as well, while the game will say that you're not supposed to have a voice channel with your team, because then actually the fun is gone. Which is also why we're not planning on doing open matchmaking, so that you could play with your team against another team, because then there's no way of having like this social control. And it's actually probably way more fun with friends anyway. So basically I need the teams. Now I've been talking about 2 teams all the time, but there's also the possibility of doing more teams. So I'm going to set it up so that it's capable of supporting up to 4 teams. Basically just a standard 4-corner approach. So that the game could be played with up to 40 people, which I'm not sure is a good idea, but it might be nice and chaotic. So then the field probably would need to be much bigger even. Let me see, how big is this? How big is this guy here? Well, maybe this is actually okay. That's the guy. And that is the field. I'm thinking I'll just make it a bit bigger so that anything is possible with 40 of them. Let me just for no, so that's up to 40. I'm not sure it would be fun with 40 people. Normally I think you would play with like 20 people, something like that. How much do I have now? 14, 28. Oh, that's okay. Let's duplicate that once more. Okay, so this is the amount of people plus 2. Let's say this is 40. They'd be running around. Yeah, I think I need a little bit more space. I want to do just because otherwise you'll be encountering people all the time and it's too crowded. You see, like this? No, definitely not. All right, so I'll make this twice, or maybe even that big. That's like, for the map size should be dependent on the amount of players. So I might as well just make this huge. Why did I scale in Y direction actually? So that it can support any. This would be way too large, of course, but now I can just load any scene up on this one. Let me just start with, oh, actually, this is nice to have. This group of players can start off with 4 bases. I have no idea how we're gonna what we're gonna make for those bases. So we're just gonna start with a cube. Yeah, that would be something, huh? Yeah. Something like this, and then we have a base. I don't know. Shouldn't be like that actually. That's bullshit. Yeah, I guess like this. I'll do it like this for now. Y duplicate 10 1, and then I'll just V this thing here. Doesn't make sense. No, like that. Actually, even like that, and then just a little bit back. All right, we've got like a base. It's too high. It's too high. All right. So this is just 2 walls signifying where the base would be, and I don't know. Maybe I didn't even need that. Okay, I'm going back. I'm going back. Designing as we go. Poof. There we go. I'm just gonna make it super small. Minus something like that. That's better. All right. So base 1. Let's say 40 minus 40. I don't know why I'm starting there. It doesn't really matter. And then minus 40, 40. And then minus 40, 40. And then 40, 40. All right, so we got 4 bases. Base, multi-base, yeah, no, base. And then it will be either 2 teams or 4 teams, I think, because... Or, well, no, why actually? So this is the 4 setup. I will have the 2 setup, and later on I could make a 3 setup, but let's just not waste time on that yet. So let's make this base 1, and this base 2, base 3, and base 4. It has to be kind of circular if I want to do a 3 teams variation on this, but no problem. Okay, so they need colors. Let's just, I'm gonna do it very simple. Tune floor, gonna copy that. Oh, it's gonna be base. Didn't I have, no, base red, base blue, yellow, and green. And I'll just make them super saturated colors. Blue. There we go. Shaded base color. Oh, it's that. Base, and make that a little bit like that. Nice. Okay. Green. Same thing. Making it kind of. Yep. Red. And this is all up to the art department later to figure out what they actually want the base to look like. But hey, for now we got something. And I'm gonna make it be red for 1, blue for 2, green for 3, and yellow for 4. And then we got our bases. All right, let's do something with those bases. They have a collider, but it should be a trigger. Actually, I'm gonna make a prefab out of this later, I guess. Maybe I should already have done that. Oh, if it's spawnable over the network. Oh, it doesn't need to be spawned, right? The players could just know it, and it doesn't need to be a networked object. No, it doesn't. They load the scene, they'll have this object, yeah. Let's think. the collider's there, it's a trigger. That's why I didn't put it like all the way into the ground, just a little bit, so that it just sticks out like that. And the player, whenever it will have, oh, hold on, I don't even use colliders. Donk. I'm not gonna use, never mind. So I might as well just make this almost fully into the ground. Yes, just a plane. Could have done a plane or a quad. For now, I'm not gonna bother because I don't know how what they'll look like anyway. These guys can go now. Base will be a prefab, local prefabs. Yes, there we go. Base. And then I'm going to remove these again. Stupid, but 1, 2. 2 is going to be opposite, so that 3 would be that, and 4 was going to be this. Then again, those colors, base green, 3, base red. Oh, I have base red, base yellow, 4, base blue, 2. Got them. Now they're actually prefab. That's a lot better. Then let's see. Are we gonna tag them, or are we gonna have an actual script on them? I think we'll need a script. All right, gonna go in the prefab. Oh, jeez, base. God, that's going great today. All right, there's the base. So the base will have a it's not a network object, so that's fine. It will have a script called base or player base. No, why not? Just base. Base. There we go. Whoop. What's going on? I didn't say that. And base and client only are going into script. Are going into scripts. That was not a double click. Oh, hold on. I was not even showing my clicks. Here we go. Whoop. Yeah. So let's see. Demo scene. What's demo scene? I don't need those. Oh, hold on. Do I have my lighting set to? No, def scene lighting setting. I don't need demo scene. Right? No. What demo scene is it actually from? From what? Demo scene. What? Oh, that's the that's one of the networks. No, I don't know. Well, let's just delete the scene, and I'm going back into game test. All right, so the bases are here, and I was going to. They will have base on them right now. Yeah, cool. So now I can get into this. Do I need to do anything? But for now, I don't need to. But set the team color. I'll call it team color, and I'll make a separate script for that. Actually, sometimes I don't, but in this case, I'm going to. Team color. There we go. That will be a enum. Oops, amun. Enum. All right. Bloop. All right, and then that doesn't need anything. Takes more time to take it away than just creating a an empty file actually. Team color red. Or maybe we should have a none, just to have an undefined kind of thing. Blue should be team 2, green is team 3, and yellow is team 4. And it does not, yeah, it does kind of make sense, but it's also not a color, so it's more like a team ID. Let's call it team ID, that's better. A base would have a team ID, and it could just be public for now. I don't think I need. Well, yeah, let's not. Let's just do it nice and the way it should be. Serialized. All right. So they should all have none right now. Yes. So this one will be red. This one will be blue. This one will be green, and this one will be yellow. Good. That means we got our bases. Now, as soon as I'm near a base with a player, I need to know this. So basically I'll have to have some kind of simple physics-like thing. So what we'll have is bounding boxes, collisions based on like circles, simple circles, and like collisions is not really the right word, but just overlapping checks. Because we're not gonna do like people running into each other. They would just run through each other, just like in an MMO or something. It's not gonna be physics based. That's not needed. If in testing we see that it is needed, then I'll just add some collisions. Not that hard, but for now I'm just gonna keep all that kind of code way on the down low, just to prevent the server from being overtaxed. And also the solving the prediction for physics is a lot less nice. Let me just say, a lot harder than when we don't have collisions. So I don't see the necessity for it as of yet. So we're going to actually have some kind of system that needs to update constantly. Did I put? Oh, I put game time in the lobby room. We'll need a. I think we'll just need a binary space partition tree, or a quad tree actually. I think just a quad tree. Basically saying like we divide the space into two, and then we know the size of the level, so we'll split that into two, then we'll split that into two, and then that, and we'll know if it's actually intersecting. Okay, let's see. Am I going to do that now, or am I just gonna check the player movement? Okay, let me just first see if this all syncs up and if it's all running as it should be. It's all refreshing now based on the new level, I guess. That's 3 size it down like that, and then 2 size it down like that. All right. Basically should be able to run this if this one is the server. Let's do that again. Run this as a server, and the other ones, oh, hold on. It should connect to localhost, and I should set that somewhere. That is in, oh yeah, in the game client scene. Oh, connect to localhost is set. Jeez. Okay, it was already okay. Let's see. Server. I've got a gateway. That's fine. That's working. This one is extra. That's very funny actually. That's the oof. I'm not sure this is gonna work because there's an extra LAN here because I installed the Windows Linux subsystem. But we'll see. Let's see if it connects to the first client. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. And then the second client. There we are. Bam, it's all slow. Okay, well, we'll get to that at a certain point. Okay, it's working, it's working, it's working. And now we don't have edges anymore, so the only way I know where I am is actually by looking at the other players' screens, but that's fine. Here we go. Fine. Can I meet the other guy? Yes, I can. Super slow here now, but that's just because I'm running 3 of them, I think. My computer is also going, having trouble rendering. Weird, actually, because it shouldn't be that hard to render, but let's just test that later on an actual device. For now, this seems to work. No problems here. The server actually could join the game. Yeah, there's no reason. They're all showing the same situation, but only from their own character's point of view, so that's pretty fine. Alright, so I'm gonna shut them down. I'm just gonna try getting some actions in there. So they have to know about the other players. They do already know about the other players, so I'm just gonna do some super simple proximity checks, and then I'll scale them down to, or up actually, to a quad tree later. The character would have a check for other characters. Basically, I could do these checks. I have to have some kind of data structure that holds all the objects, and it could just be the scene itself, but I might as well just already start doing this thing that I can later turn into a quadrille now just as a list. So I will start a new script for that. Create script, and that is the well, if I call it physics manager, I'm gonna probably be in trouble, but I will try. Or is it a physics manager, or is it the physics? Let's call it outranked physics. No, I can't call it 2D physics or physics 2D because that's also already a thing. Simple physics. Let's do that. Simple physics is what I'm gonna do because it's not gonna be too much physics. That's good. And I'm gonna use X and Z as the axes for my 2D physics. Basically gonna do a wake here. And why is it actually red? That's interesting. Is that a Unity actual extra Unity coloring thing? Oh, now I remember, my dear subscriber. I promised you that I would somehow export my fonts, my colors. And I did look it up, and I found that it is possible to export it, but then you export all your stuff. So I'm just gonna go into that later. Unity message. There it is. Default, huh? Interesting. That's very weird. Let me just make that. Yeah, there you go. Huh. Strange. I don't need. I mean, it's nice to have them be a little bit different, but maybe I can just look at the difference between custom. Where is it? User member methods. This one is 135, 36, and then the Unity message is 135, 36. So this is the normal, the color for any method. But there's so many colors I'm already using. Maybe I should just make it a little bit darker and a little bit more yellow, and then it's fine. So that it's just a little bit different, not too different. All right, awake. what am I going to do here? I'm going to create a list of objects for now. That is all the physics objects. I'm just going to simply call it objects. It's internal anyway. Objects. New list. And then in the fixed update, I'm going to... Oh, that's actually... Is that the only difference? Wow, that's a small difference. Anyway, in the fixed update, I'm going to have the... Oh, I know actually what I'm going to do with the color. Just hold on 1 second. Unity message. I'm just going to make it much brighter instead of darker. Yeah, still greenish, so yeah, I like it. I hope I'll get to that export, Brian. Otherwise just shoot me a message on Discord that I'm forgetting this, because I did promise you and you paid as well. Anyway, let's see. You didn't pay for that, I know. Let me think. I am going to update the list of objects here, but somehow they also have to get added, which means I have to make a simple physics object. I think that's all I need, because the object will just have some kind of shape. But maybe I'll need something else later. But simple physics object. That will be on my Ranky for now. Yeah, so I'll open this, and then I will put simple physics object on here. And that should be enough. And then I go into simple physics object, and actually on awake here, or start, let's think. Yeah, let's do start. I will go and add that to the simple physics. If it's not there yet, it needs to create it. So let's see. Yeah, that's fine actually. So public static. Ooh, public static. Simple physics. Let's see, simple physics instance. Let's just keep it like that. And then get yeah, and then I'll do static simple physics instance, and then I'll get if instance is null, I will instance is going to be new game object, simple physics. Yeah, why not simple physics with type of simple physics. So that's gonna create an object here with only that thing on it. Dot get component simple physics, which means I can put it into this instance thing, and then return instance. So basically I have to put this on separate lines. Yes, that makes sense. So I'm gonna create new instance if it's not there, and otherwise, or every other time, I'm just gonna return the instance. And there's no actual setter. Yeah, there's no setter. Right, so so I cannot really use a get set in the I can't use a field in this scenario because it's static. I'm not going to make a simple physics object. I'm going to leave it made automatically. That's what I'm doing here. Whenever I call instance, it will make an object. And that's the nice part about this is now I can just here say in simple physics object, I'm going to say simple physics dot instance, and then I can do add. Hold on, I don't have that yet. I'm gonna put it under the update. Public void add, and then a simple physics object SPO, simple physics object, and then I will say objects dot add SPO, because actually I'm not going to keep a list of game objects, but of simple physics objects. Okay, so the difference here now is that, oh, hold on, need to get that. Right now, whenever I have this, whenever this is called here, instance.add, if there's an instance already, it'll just use it. Otherwise, it used this static property. I really love static properties in that way. It doesn't need a setter anyway, because I only use get. If it's there, this is the like static property way of C# at least of doing a singleton, which is super nice, especially in a game engine where you have the objects. So now it will just create the controller. If it's there already, it will simply leave it there. What I can also do here is, I'm not super sure yet that in simple physics I want to have it be don't destroy on load, but I think so. I think so. So basically what all I have to do now is in fixed update all the objects. So I want to have that in a specific order. So I'm gonna say for each for each simple physics objects SPO again in objects, I will have a SPO update or pre-update. I think that would be nice. Something like that. So it's going to be SPO pre-update, and it's going to be public. No, I should make it internal, because if I want to use this later, I'll just have to make sure that it's nice. Which means that this one will be eternal as well. And I will keep instance public. No, actually, no, I won't. I will have other static methods using instance if I want something to be exposed to the outside world. And those will be public. Let's see. So I'm gonna have to define some stuff here. I'm not gonna need gravity because it's this 2D thing without gravity. I will need some kind of time scale. I could just use a Unity timescale for that. So I'm not gonna bother with that right now. So basically I'm just doing a pre-update, and then I'm going to do a super bad collision check here. So I'm going to go do a nested for loop. Yes, a nested for loop. That's a quadratic big O, not good. Objects dot count. So this is object 1. N and M. It's nicer. I and J could also be, well, or A and B. Let's do A and B. I could do that quicker. Like that. B. All right, so rename is your friend. Now I'm gonna start at 8 plus. Internal is accessible from everything in the same namespace. No. Yes, there's also, it's normal is package private. That's actually a normal one, but internal is accessible from anything in the same namespace. So it's kind of public within your own namespace. So if I wanted to make a library out of this, if I use this in Unity without putting a namespace around this, it will be accessible from all my other scripts. But as soon as I decide to put simple physics in a namespace and put that in a DLL, nobody else can go into these methods. Right. Let's see. I'm going to. That needs to stop at the one before the last. So I'm going to go through all of the possible combinations and I'll just check if they're near each other. This is the first simple thing. No, sorry, as objects. That's the visitor pattern. So I'm going to say check collision objects A, objects B. So this is only fine-grained collision checking, which is bad for performance, but it's fine. Check collision. I'm going to tweak that later and make it better, but for now it's going to be simple physics object. Oh, that's a large one to write all the time. Well, SPO1 and simple physics object SPO2. Simply saying now that they should have something that they collide, some way of colliding. So firstly, they will have a AABB, an axis aligned bounding box, which could just be is a rect actually. Oh yeah, rect int. So rect is with float, so that's nice. I can use that. I have to define for the object how big it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's capitals, but actually I can do this. Axis line bounding box, radius. Somehow I have to define them, and I have to also define what kind of shape they have. That could be, I'm thinking of four ways, four types of physics objects. I'm going to actually put the enum right here. Collider shape. I'm hoping that that's not a thing in Unity. Doesn't seem to be bothered there, so that's nice. I mean, you could use the same names in a different namespace in the same project, but I don't like doing that. All right, so collider shape would be circle. All right, I'll start with none again. None. Circle. Rectangle. Yeah, rectangle. Or just rect. Rectangle. Then we'll have a rounded rect and a capsule. Why a capsule? Because that's a super easy way of doing physics. If you have like two sides and two circle arcs, half circles, that is hugely efficient. There's not a lot of checks you have to do there, so that's a very efficient one. So it's 2D, of course, so it's just two distance checks and it's actually two axis checks and two distance checks. So it's if it's a capsule, I must also say that these shapes do not rotate at this point. Is that a thing or not? Because right now I'm thinking of access aligned stuff. Do I want this game to be able or capable of doing these ones? Well, let's just keep it in the middle for now. I will say this thing will have a collision shape, so serialized field, collision shape, collider shape, collider shape, collision shape. Let's say collider. No, shape. It's the best way. Let's just here say collision shape, because it's a shape that you use for the collision. No, it's not. It's actually the shape of the collider. The problem I'm having right now is a problem some people might already get, is that like I want to give these the same name. I could just do it because this is going to be lowercase anyway. I'll just say I'll put it in here and then it's going to be fine. Now it's simple physics object dot shape, and then it's collider shape. Okay, cool. So basically now I'm not going to make a custom drawer here yet, but I would crash Unity. Why is that happening? Was it still running? Anyway. Oh, and it even thinks it's still open. Oh, it is. What? Oh, okay. No problem. I thought I crashed it. No problem there. Yes, here we go. The simple physics object. Oh yeah, of course, I know what I'm doing here. Ranky. Simple physics object, collider shape. I'm going to put that to a circle. Makes sense. And then these actually need to be serialized as well. Oh. AABB and radius. What's it gonna do that way? AABB 4 words, or is it gonna... What? Oh, there we go. Oh, AABB, that's nice. It should not show this. Or actually, it's actual line bounding box, but I'm not going to use that. Let's just say float width and height. That makes more sense. So now I've got width, height, and radius, which I don't all use at the same time. I usually would say I'm building a drawer for this, but I don't want to do that now because I want to get this working. This stream, I want to have some detection working. So I'm just going to do circle, circle right now for the collision detection. Then actually I don't need a pre-update right now. No, not yet. All right, so basically simply put, I'm doing a super simple circle, circle check. So if SPO, let me just do a switch here. Switch. I'm going to switch on SPO1 dot. Oh, it's not public. Internal shape, collider shape. All right. SPO1 dot shape. There we go. There we go. Got the super nice code generation here. None doesn't do anything. That's fine actually. I have to have something happening on collision, by the way, so am I going to do that in simple physics object, or am I going to make some other kind of... I think I'll make an event out of it. Just I like real events. They could be put on simple physics object. So basically going to say here, yeah, public event. I don't remember this. I haven't done this in quite a while, I think. No, I can't do this. No, public event. Damn. I hate it when I have to look up this simple stuff. Oh yeah. All right, so it's a... What kind of handler do we have? Is it simple? Do we have event handler? Yes, sender and event args. Maybe. And then the name, yes. Yeah. Yes, Erin. So you say you're confused about the nested for loop? I'm checking collection. Yeah, I'm checking collection with every object with every other object. So is that weird? Hold on. Event handler on collision. Enter. Let's just keep it simple like that. So here what I'm doing here is simply indeed going from so this will be 0 and this will be 0 1 2 3. Let's do that, and then this will be, oh sorry, it won't be 0 1 2 3, and then this will be 1, and this will be 2 3, and this will be 2, and this will be 3, and that's it. So this way we're checking 0 against 1, 0 against 2, 0 against 3, 1 against 2, 1 against 3, and 2 against 3. So you're checking every object against the others. But you don't have to do it both ways, of course. So this is why you do this loop. Yeah, physics was never your strong suit. Or is this something else that made you not get that? I don't know where the confusion was. Anyway, so this is an event handler, and it should be simple. I don't know what the arguments in a basic event handler is. I'm probably going to have to declare my own delegate for that. So let's just do that already. So it's going to be public delegate. Yeah, that's what I'm actually doing. I'm checking each object against each other object. All right, let's see. Good. Okay, delegate collision event handler, and that's going to be, we'll have a simple physics object. Sender, really? It's the sender of the collision. Source might make more sense. And no, yeah, I guess. And then a simple physics object, other. And then we'd have to, if we want to actually solve collisions and do that kind of things, it's necessary to do other stuff here, but right now I don't need that. So, all right, see you Yeah, that's fine. It's, you can do that whenever you like. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm not going to be going on for that much longer either, by the way, but I want to fix this. So hold on. Oh, forgot that. So I'm declaring a delegate here, and that's the type I'm giving the event. So now there's an onCollision enter, which takes two things, the source and the other object. So basically here I'm going to go in simple physics. Actually, I'll declare the delegate. Can I declare that here? I think so, that's better. It's with simple physics. So collision event handler, yes. And then let's see. So if it's none, then I don't do anything. So I don't need that. And then I'm going to go like do this thing. SPO2.collider shape, and again I'll get the same thing, but here I could have an early out, but with two switches it actually doesn't really matter. So if one is none or the other is none, I'm doing nothing. Default is nothing. Default is nothing here. So I'm just not using those. So just making two switches. And over here, and over here, and over here, and over here. So basically what I can do is make an extra, it's visiting this, so it's actually saying circle, 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 circle. I will say collision, check circle, circle for SPO1 and SPO2, and then I don't need to do anything anymore, anything else. And same goes for all the other bits, but then it's like this. So this is circle, circle, this is circle, rectangle. Now I regret not calling it rect. That's also rounded rect. So check circle, circle, check circle, rect. And then check circle rounded rect, and check circle capsule, and then the same thing, but here we get into the interesting part. Circle, circle, we don't need. Circle rect, that's here, because it's also a circle and a rect, but then I need to switch their place. It's a circle and a rect, and then I'm going to go into check rect rect, and I need check rect rounded rect, and I need check rect capsule. Probably use a lot of code there as well, that's the same, but circle rounded rect, I already have that here. So I've got circle, a rounded rect and a circle, so it's the other way around. And then rounded rect rect, got that here. So rect rounded rect, and again, oh, hold on, what did I do there? No. Rect rect 1 2, rect rounded rect 1 2. Oh, should be careful here. Capsule rect capsule, yes, all right. Then here, rounded rect, that's the longest. And then rounded rect capsule. Then for capsule I need a capsule circle, that's one circle capsule, there we go. Circle capsule with those switched. Oh, then capsule rect, which is here, rect capsule. Rect capsule, and then capsule rounded rect, which is here, rounded rect capsule. odd. Did I do that there? Why? Oh, I copy him the last one. Oh, that's going. Okay, so rounded rect could just be 1, 2, doesn't need to be swapped. Rect, rounded rect, yes. And then here it's also swapped, and here I didn't swap it yet. Rect, capsule, yes, and then capsule, capsule. Capsule, capsule, 1, 2. There we go. So now I need to make all these actual things here. I could do it this way. Generate, 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 and you see it filling up. And generate and generate, just using the IDE to its max. Here we go. And so now there's all these generated. Oh, I should have done it the other way around. I want to well, it doesn't really matter actually, the order. I might I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, I'm just going to change the order here. There's a number of different coding patterns that you could use here to do this. I'm keeping it quite simple here to make sure that I'm not wasting time or something. I don't know. But rect and rect, rounded rect. And I'm not going to use those yet. So basically I'm going to keep these exceptions in there for the ones I didn't implement. So that's going to be nasty if I try them. And that's actually the whole goal of that. Right. So all these I'm not going to use yet. I'm just doing circle, circle for now. And that's going to be if spo1 dot radius, again, internal and internal. Whoop. So if spo1 dot radius plus spo2 dot radius, and this should be small. If this is larger than the distance between the two, can I do distance? No, I'll just do this vector 3 dot distance, and that's nicer. Transform dot position and spo2 dot transform dot position. All right, super simple. This means is a collision. So spo1 dot on collision enter dot invoke. Hold on. And the other one, so this is going to be spo1 dot does it even need that source and other? No. No. Who am I kidding? The source is the thing itself. What is going on here? Oh god. Why? Why did they introduce a list? This is something I can be really pissed about, actually. All right, I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to, let's see, can I, no. Oh, I'll say gen list, and then here using static gen list is a generic, hold on, no, system dot collections dot generic dot list. Oh, is it that? T. Oh, gen list T. Da 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 da. List T is a type which is not valid. Is it static? God, why am I not remembering this correctly? Yeah, it should be like this. Can I? Oh, here. No. So this is what they say should work, but why doesn't it? This T is a type. Oh, it does not. Alright, so I can't do this. Dang. With generics you cannot do this. It breaks the changeable type. Yeah, okay, so dang, I'm gonna have to. I really don't like that actually that much that I'm going to go to that one, TN list. It's an improved version, resulting in better performance and less garbage collection. So that's nice of you, but maybe I should try it. I'll try it. I'll try their list. Okay, so fine, they want me to directly access the buffer, which actually makes sense, but all right. So I'm checking collisions, and hold on one thing here. On destroy hab, no sneezing on stream. That worked. On disable, it's actually going to be on disable and on enable. Add this and remove this, and I'm going to have to add that remove here. And just a little check if it's actually in there. Objects.contains SPO. This is a double thing. This takes too much. Will this throw? Oh, I can actually check it because this list has and otherwise return false. All right, so this does not. Okay, this is not needed. All right. It depends what your there's a thing in the current market. Oh well, not current, but actually all the time is like for fresh graduates, it's kind of hard. So what I always say to students of my own who ask this is that if you want to get a job in game development, you will have to try to get the right internship that also can hire you, which to my own interns is a bit of a yeah, it might be a weird thing to say because generally I can hire them because we're really small. That or have like the enough money and time to create something for yourself and actually release it, because that is also valuable, and then go on from there. Or like really ramp up your skills and be the best, and that will also work. It depends what kind of graduate you are. Actually, it's like if you are just a developer, then you could also get some experience in general software engineering, because there are a lot of jobs in that, and then just keep searching from that. If you're just a game designer, that's really the hardest. I would say that's super hard to get a job in that. So definitely also learn coding or also learn art. QA, also a nice place to start in the industry, which seems like a shit job, but I know a lot of people who like QA jobs, so that's also I think some things you could try, but it really depends what you graduated on, so what field you're in, if it's art or coding or something specific. So yeah, the field of game development as broad, like being a developer that can do everything, I would say is worth learning, because you will be able to end up somewhere, but it's just hard at the beginning. But if you know how to code, then you can just always have at least a little bit of a job as a software engineer, because there's a shortage of software engineers almost anywhere. So I would definitely do that then. And then meanwhile, just keep looking for jobs in the actual games industry. And while you're getting more experience in software engineering in that job, you'll actually have more of a chance on going into the actual industry and getting a job there. This is the other object. Can only appear on. That's interesting. Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, of course I have to. I have to call it from here. On collision enter, collision with SPO1, going to generate that method here, collision with other, and then I say on collision enter dot invoke with the other, and that will work. Yeah, you can't launch the event from somewhere else. So basically here that should work, and now I just have to register that. Let's see, where is it? Character. We'll now require a simple physics object, and there we will grab it somewhere. What's logical place here? It's starting to be a bit crowded here. Move target, moving has target. I think it's going to be a bit higher up. Animator, 0 rotation, walk speed, some networking stuff, initialized, current input, let's put it here. Simple physics object, SPO, I'm gonna keep it calling it that, I think I like that. SPO should be, where am I here? Awake. That's the network stuff. And that's the lagged render. I'll put it here. That's also network stuff. Hold on. Input action. Did I put it above the input actions? Oh, yeah, kind of. So I'll do that the same here, and then later on I'll do some extra, maybe divisions in the code with some comment sections. As long as it's readable, it's good. I don't need that many comments. There's lots of different ways to look at that, but it's my style to just write everything out as much as possible. So get component, simple physics object. Simple physics object. I'll have to type it then. And then on collision, SPO.onCollisionEnter. I'm adding a new on collision enter, and I will generate this one. There we are. And here we say, let's just simply say there's a near, I'll still have to say something, near, and then what is it? This dot game object dot name is near other dot game object dot name. There we go. And now there's a super simple collision system, which later on I can use to get the game logic working. And this is way less stressful for the server than, well, it's still quite stressful because I'm not doing it intelligently, but it's less stressful for the server than once the quad tree is in there, then running the whole box 2D physics thing. Server scene should be fine. Oh, hold on, there's compiler here. Oh god. Yes. So that's a Unity thing. On SPO collision enter, let's call it that then. That's good. All right. I'm seeing some bits here that I don't like. I didn't know it did that for internal as well, but oh, damn. Assigned but value never used, that's different. I can't do anything about that right now. That's actual good warnings then. So yeah, I'm not using that yet. I know I have to do that. It should be synced by now, and then I could run this. I just need 2 of them. I don't need 3. Well, let's just do it anyway. Boom. Updating. All right, server is running. Client is running. There's a scene. Let me walk over there. And this one should automatically get that object created. Yes, in the right place as well. Nicely. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's interesting. All right. Let me now just see if the collision triggers. It does not. Bloody hell. I forgot something probably. Oh, the radius is 0. Ha ha ha. Hold on. I did not set the radius here, I think. Yeah, radius is 0. How big is this guy actually? Let's see. Put it in a scene. Well, let's just get out of here. Put it in there. And clone one. Alright, so 0.8, which means I could use that as a radius for now. Let's just say 0.8 and try again. Has it synced? Probably. Where is it? Here? Okay, let's see. Brr, Ranky's new Ranky. Oh yeah, good. And then I of course have to change this into only triggering that the first frame the first update that it enters that, but it does work. And for everyone, yes, I get the message here as well. Bloody great. So the only thing I need to do now is change that indeed. Let me just do that so that that's done. Collision event handler. Yeah, makes sense. I just keep it simple as that. And then one other on collision stay, on collision exit. Do I need stay in a simple physics thing? Probably not even. Simple physics, and that would need to keep a list. Every object will keep a list of the things it's colliding with at that point. So I will say list of simple physics objects colliding or in collision, and that would be new list on start. No, actually awake, which would be called before that. In collision is new list of simple physics objects, and that's a generic list, huh? I'll try the other one. Well, I'm doing that anyway now. So that's a list, and then I will on enable I will clear the list, or on disable I will clear the list. I think on disable. So here it enters the list, other dot not other, in collision dot add other, and then if in collision dot contains, not super great yet, or is it? Not seeing how I can actually easily, but I'll think about it. So if it doesn't contain this yet, I'm going to add it and invoke, and that's that. And if there's no collision anymore, it should also know. So that's another thing that's interesting. That's the post update. Yes, list of simple physics objects. Collision this tick. Also, same thing. And then I would say remove. So pre-update, I will fill collision this tick with all the. Can I do that? Copy? No. Duplicate? I don't know. Add range. Add. Oh, I can add a. Okay, to array. That. It doesn't seem. That seems to. No, no. That doesn't seem right. That's way too much effort. I'm gonna do it differently. Somehow I have to copy these things, but damn. A simple physics object array, and then a list of bools. Collision last tick, and then collided this tick. And collided this tick will simply say, so collision last tick will be the array of the ones that were in collision, and then post update. No, hold on. Here, collided this tick. If hold on, if it's not in collision, then I add this to collided this tick. Oh, that doesn't work either, does it? Oh yeah, it does. And then this could have some optimization, but hold on, that doesn't work. Collision last tick, that's where I have to add other as well. Oh, that I don't need to do that. Collided this tick dot add true, yeah, true. And then collision last tick is, I'm going to go through them for each, for oh, no, collision last tick dot length, and I will go through it like this, that everything that collided last tick, I'm going to check if it also collided this tick, because it's going to start, that's what I'm doing, collided this tick. Oh, it doesn't need to be a list of bools, it can be a, oh yeah, I can clear it then. Later. Collided this tick is going to be a new list of bools, which is the length of collision last tick dot length. So we have all false bools. That doesn't work. List of bools collided this tick, and then it's going to be new list of bools. Can I say a size? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good then. And I'll add one. The other ones are still false at that point, which means I can go through them. If collided this tick, if it didn't collide this tick, it needs to be removed, which means I need to go from the end to the beginning. Because if you remove something, everything goes. Everything just skips one. Not sure if this is super efficient yet, but we'll see. If it didn't collide this tick, then I will say the thing that it didn't collide with is that one, and I'm going to say on collision exit. Yeah, dot invoke with the last tick thing, and then also I'm going to remove it after that. Collision last tick dot remove what? Oh, it's an array. Dang. It's not that though, then. Collision in collision. No, that doesn't work. Oh, I got that already, so don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. So I know it from last tick because it was in collision. It just needs to be removed from that, but it doesn't need to because it's going to check every time. Duh. Is that all? It also just means that I could go do this the regular way, which is not that much better, but just a super tiny little bit because of the -1. Oh yeah, dot buffer. If it didn't collide there, then I wanna. Not super sure, but let me just see if I can give those things a little bit of an ID. Prefab.instantiate. Yes. I'm gonna give it a name, and that's the name of the current player ID, I guess. So tno.player. Oh, that's not possible here. Why player spawner? Oh yeah. tnmanager.player ID. That's it. And then I would say ranky number and then player ID, so that I can see the difference between the different guys. I think it's gonna work. Oh, I didn't do anything on collision exit yet, and then I'm gonna stop for today actually. On collision exit, and that one needs to be made. Over there on collision exit, no longer near. All right, let's do it, and after that I'm out. I hope it does work though. Because then we can start doing more. I know I could have done all this with physics, but it's just to keep it performant in every possible way. And I'm now in control of everything I'm gonna sync. This is Renki, and which Renki is it? Let's see. Oh, huh? No name, huh? Oh, well, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm just gonna see. Oh, there's 3 now. Renki is near Renki. That no longer doesn't work. Something in my logic was not good yet. Alright, too bad. Well, as soon as I have a new client, I can still see that it works, but it doesn't go out of that list. I made some kind of mistake. It should be Renki is near Renki, and that one isn't. That's intriguing. Oh well. Next time I will probably tell you what I did, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe I will just continue from here. I'm not sure if I'll have time off stream for this next Thursday. This is going to go off. There we go. Here we go. Commit and commit all this. Let's see if there's anything weird in here. Nope. Oh, that's stuff again, huh? Why do I? Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, fine. All right, so adds simple physics class sys adds circle collision, and it's really adds what is like a crude circle collision, and then it will add more, but oh yeah, adds collision events. Let's just say that events. Goody. That would be it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I am going to stream again on Thursday, of course. If there's something, if I don't stream, you can always see that on Twitter, so you can follow. If I skip a stream, I will always send a little tweet to tell like that I'm skipping the stream. But for now, I don't see why I would be. So I will hopefully see you next Thursday. And if you like this, please follow, or on YouTube you can thumbs up, do the like, or subscribe. And if you really liked it, on Twitter you can of course subscribe as well. And if you really want to support us, you can become a Patreon. We have got a Patreon account set up. You can become a patron. It's always so confusing. You can become a patron. We've got a Patreon account set up, and yeah, thanks to Erwin for being our patron already. And you will get a shout out like this, and also you will get some other benefits, but definitely just mainly for supporting us. And of course you could do stuff on Twitch as well to support us. But basically just mainly keep watching and tell your friends about it who like it and stuff like that. I'm going to end with a little bit of music. Right now it's still the music I made for the Ludum Dare I did a couple of weeks ago, and the entire post-mortem that I did of that is still available on Twitch, and it will be available on YouTube forever, well, as long as YouTube exists. And that is it's a nice thing to watch. It's almost 3 hours of me explaining how I made this entire game in 48 hours, and this is the music from that. I hope to see you again next time. Have a good one.